106.7 WJFK. Your chance to go to the Big Ass Prize Closet with the Big Ass Topics. Those 5 things you knew Ronnie and I were going to discuss from over the week.
Out of the news. I mean, that's a given that Billy is the screw-up.
Sure.
All right, but thanks, Joe. Call us back again. Here is Dirk. Dirk, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Dirk.
Hello, fellers.
Hey, buddy.
Well, you sort of touched on it, but you didn't really get to the meat of the matter, which is that Finding Nemo did phenomenally well this past weekend.
It did actually do pretty well. I guess all the movies are going to do this well from here on out until, like, July, right, Fez?
Yeah, it seems like all the big summer movies, they're going to debut with like 60, 50, or $70 million when they hit the ground running there.
So I guess that's not one of the topics, is it?
No, because it's happening every week at this point.
Yeah. All right, sorry, Dirk. 866-277-4969.
And I'll tell you what, though, this movie is huge, and this is a movie like Matrix had another huge drop-off.
Yeah.
I think it dropped another 50% from the week before. But this movie's going to have some staying power, and you're going to notice it in this aspect. Kids are going to be demanding that their parents buy them fish and aquariums.
Do you think this movie will make more money than The Matrix over the summer?
I think it could. Yeah, I think it's a marathon runner.
Yeah, I think everybody's fairly disappointed in The Matrix. And that's why that is dropping off so fast. People aren't going back.
I went back once, but, man, I think the hardcores saw it the first week, and no one feels the need to go back.
Right.
Like the hardcores were disappointed. Just no repeat business.
Let me once again say to the parents, I implore you, do not buy these kids an aquarium. They don't like fish. They just saw a movie. And it's going to turn into green gunk in there in no time at all.
There is going to be a run on orange and white clownfish. Mark my words.
All right, we got to find out some way of keeping an eye on that, too, Fez. Mike, you're on Run Fez.
Mike.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk to you about the aquarium. I set up aquariums for my business. That's what I mean my business doing. And, I mean, it's a very lucrative business. You know, there's only, you know, people put a lot of money into these aquariums and stuff. I have a couple customers that spent more on their aquarium than they have on their car.
Wow, that's a lot of fish.
Well, that's not even, that's just the aquarium and the lighting and the filters and everything. That's not even the fish.
See, I think this is going to be little kids getting pet fish for a goldfish bowl.
Yeah, the goldfish, you know, that's fine and well, but the saltwater fish, the main thing with the saltwater fish is the people that really want them are going to get them. They have to be affluent. I mean, they can't be, you know, some ragtag, you know, trailer park.
So you can't buy a clownfish unless you got some decent money.
Right, yeah, because it's $20 to get a clownfish. You know, and
that's pretty expensive.
That is expensive, but I guarantee you there's going to be a run on fish.
All right,
yeah,
Mike?
The fish that you have, that's in the movie, that's $45. All
right, so that's $65.
No wonder this movie cost so much to make.
Before you get the aquarium, the pump, and the dumb little rocks, and it looks like a crashed ship at the bottom.
And that deep sea diver from Sea Hunt.
It's just basic stuff. Like the real hardcore people who do the reef aquarium, they spend like $25,000. I've had a couple of customers spend $50,000 on aquariums.
I cannot imagine. Not when you could easily get a large screen TV and watch all kinds of things. All right, Mike, I want you to do this. Keep an eye out, if you will, on how this tropical fish thing's going.
It's already started last week. I mean, I had a run on them.
All right, so Fez must have read this in the paper.
I did not read it. I decided this as I walked out of the movie with Billy Staples.
I understand, Mike. So now, thank you for calling.
You're welcome.
Finally, we're figuring out what Fez is up to.
The run has begun, Ronnie. I was right.
Sure, I'd be right, too, if I read USA Today. Obviously, we'd all know.
USA what? I'm not familiar.
Oh, yes, you are. Here's Terry. Terry, you're on Ron and Fez.
Terry.
Hey, guys, love your show.
What can we do for you, buddy?
You might want to talk about Ryan Newman. He muscled his race car around that track with no power steering for 180 laps.
Randy Newman?
So people got no reason to live. No, we very rarely talk about NASCAR. That's our problem. We got to get more into NASCAR.
Well, you got to hear his quote. He reminded me of Fez.
All right.
My arms hurt. My back hurts. My neck hurts. I'll probably be really sore tomorrow.
Yeah.
And probably Tuesday.
That does remind me of Fez.
That is me.
Thank you very much. We got to watch more NASCAR.
I guess we do. Maybe we need some sort of correspondent or something.
I haven't.
And my back does hurt.
I haven't watched any NASCAR at all since the free car hit the wall.
Yeah.
Huh? Whatever.
Intimidator.
Who?
Dale.
Oh, I was talking about this little track I had around my house. I was younger. 866-277-4969. Here's Gene. Gene, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Gene.
How you doing?
What's up, buddy?
How about Roger Clemens not getting number 300 again?
You know, I don't know if I find it as big a drama as everybody else. He's going to get it.
I know. It's a matter of time. He can't not get another win.
Right. And I don't understand, like, the sports acts like this is a big deal. It's coming. It's not, to me, it's a lifetime award. Yeah, but whatever it happens, it happens. It's not that big a deal, is it? Maybe I'm wrong. Does this seem like a big deal to you, Fez?
You know why it's a big deal now? It's because he can't get it. Those last 2 tries that he's had towards it, he hasn't gotten it. So now that's more the focus, him not getting it than getting it.
Okay, but if this was like the first time that ever happened with a lifetime award, I would be on the edge of my seat. Except for I see this happening with half the lifetime awards. Whether it's points, whether it's touchdowns, whether it's career wins, this same scenario works out about 50% of the time.
We went through it last fall with Emmitt Smith. He kept getting stopped before he got the record.
So why do we still act like it's a story? Why not, when you break the record, put it on TV, we'll all clap and move on? Why should we be still talking about something that should take up an hour of our time over a week and a half? It's just stupid to me.
So now we have to wait an entire another week to see if it's going to happen again. And this could be a big-ass topic every Monday if we let it.
I think I'll be able to wait. I don't think I'm going to be laying there at night going, is he going to stay at $2.99 forever? If I thought there was an outside chance he couldn't get it, I'd be unbelievably interested in this.
Well, now the interesting aspect is, can Clemens get to 300 wins before David Wells gets to 300 pounds? So the race is kind of on there.
Wait a minute. You were doing a little joke.
That's a joke.
All right. Sorry, Gene. 866-277-4969. Here is Amy. Amy, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Amy.
Hey, gentlemen.
Hey, baby.
What you going to do?
My question is, do you have any plan to talk about the story of Private Kelly Lynch?
Well, we kind of talked about it on Friday.
I thought her name was Jessica Lynch.
Yeah.
Who's Kelly Lynch?
Jessica Lynch.
Kelly Lynch was a girl I went to high school with.
How's she?
She didn't make it.
Oh, no.
Yeah. The Jessica Lynch story that kind of came out last week, it's all pretty embarrassing, though, isn't it?
It's embarrassing, but it's pretty quiet for how big a story it might possibly be.
Well, they tried to interview her parents, and they said they really couldn't talk. The story is that all the dramatics and theatrics that went into saving Jessica Lynch in Iraq apparently wasn't necessary, according to local Iraqi officials.
And remember, Jessica Lynch always had that story, too, of I had amnesia.
Right, she forgot everything.
Which really looked... And God bless her, but now this makes her look bad.
It's so ridiculous, because if the word had come out that the Iraqis were actually helping her while she was a POW, that's a nice enough story on its own. But for some reason, this girl was told, you better get amnesia quick if you know what's good for you. And apparently the real life thing was going to be swept under the rug. Right. This was a BBC report that finally revealed it.
Is that right?
Yeah, the BBC got a hold of this.
Oh, because they report the news.
Right.
From all sides.
We report movies of the week. I wonder if this will jeopardize her, like NBC buying her story or something.
I think they already bought it.
Oh, nice. And you know that family. They went and cashed the check.
Oh, please. Faster than Billy.
They ran around the corner to Checks R Us.
All right. Thank you very much, Amy. So maybe, and we have a thing in this country, do not speak out against the military or any heroes, or even ask questions, or you'll be seen as a traitor. So this is what happens when no one gets to ask the tough questions.
And apparently that includes the heroes themselves, because they suddenly get amnesia.
But do you blame her? Because she never came out and said, man, I put up a beautiful firefight, which was one of the first reports.
That's true, that she was just shooting everywhere.
Yeah, she was shooting, and she went out.
God, none of it's real.
She went out a hero, and then these guys came in, and they were heroes. And, if you if you really want to do the things that we say that we want to do as a country, you have got to be the good guys. You have got to say the truth. You've got to fight the real good fights and do the right thing.
Or else, why are you supposed to believe anything around here? It makes you wonder if this was a girl who just got hurt somewhere, working around the camp, and they decided to make the whole story up.
Now, Rory, just so you know, and I'll say it to Fez too, these are all the same questions that people were asking before we went into this war. Right. The same things that people were going, hey, they're anti-American. You're either with us or against us. Why can't we ask those questions now that the war is over?
I think we can. I mean, I think we have every right to.
You changed your tune then.
Well, I think, once a war is over, I think we have every right to. Because, there's no more secrecy.
These things, no. There was no secrecy then. This is the job of the press. And they're not doing their job anymore. 866-277-4969. Maybe because we're so embedded with the military. Maybe that's one of the big problems. Here is Roger. Roger, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey.
Hey, Roger.
I think I was going to talk about that For Love or Money tonight. The NBC's Joe Millionaire.
You know what? I knew there was something on tonight that I wanted to TiVo, and I forgot what it was.
What time does that start?
Probably 9 or 10. Because right now they got Fear Factor on.
All right. NBC is going to do For Love or Money. Fez and I completely forgot about it. I like to have a bad show to go with. Now, what's going to happen with that stupid Love or Money?
Love or Money, the way this works is it's a bachelor, and he thinks he's looking for true love among, I think, the 15 girls. The 15 girls know they're competing for $1 million if they're the one that gets selected.
All right, if you sign up for a reality show, just figure those people are lying to you right from the get.
No matter what side of it you're on.
Here is Tony. Tony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Tony. Tony.
Don't have Tony, and he would have won one, I believe. Here is Robin. Robin, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, bud.
Hey, Robin.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I think you're going to talk about the capture of serial bomber Eric Rudolph.
What is his last name?
Rudolph.
Yeah, Eric Robert Rudolph.
Right.
That's actually one of the big-ass topics. Hold on, buddy. You're going to the big-ass prize closet.
Thank you, buddy.
So Eric Rudolph, he eluded everyone for 5 years in the North Carolina mountains.
Now, what are all the things that Eric bombed?
All right, so he's accused of the Olympic bombing in Atlanta in 1996, the knapsack bombing, a gay club, I believe, in Atlanta, in Georgia at least, and an abortion clinic in Birmingham, Alabama. That's where he's going to be tried first.
Now, all this stuff was kind of spiritually backed?
Because what they did was, when he started bombing things, and I guess he left notes, so they included things like Army of God. So everyone assumed, he was spiritually into this, and like a real, pro-life person. So pro-life that he was going to attack abortion clinics. But now what they're saying is it was less spiritually motivated.
Now, why would he go hit those things that are kind of a sin, and at least the right-wing Christian point of view, though? Why did they say why he targeted these events?
No, I haven't heard that yet. And they said that may be a reason why, like Richard Jewell actually came out and said, I don't think he's the Olympic bomber. And I guess that's just to return the favor because he got arrested for it. But he said that everything else was kind of religious or at least morally motivated. Like you said, the abortion clinic and the gay club. Whereas the Olympic bombing was just random. It was just trying to hurt people.
All right, who seems nuttier to you, Christians or Muslims?
Boy, when they both get fanatical, it's hard to tell.
Is there any way to stomp out religion? And that way we could all feel safe. Here is Paul. Paul, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Paul.
What about that guy who got caught on the Jumbotron with his girlfriend at the Rangers game?
I didn't hear this one.
Yeah, some guy's on the lam. He skipped his parole. His parole officer's at the game. He's on the kissing his girlfriend in like the 7th inning stretch. His parole officer saw him and nailed him. They arrested him at the stadium.
Somebody's running to us. It's Billy. Billy, what's the story?
It happened in Cincinnati. They have what they call the Kissatron, and people kiss and they show them on the Jumbotron. And this guy's parole officer happened to be at the game and saw him kissing at the same time, and then went over and arrested him.
So he actually clipped this guy.
Yeah, because he had violated parole. He hadn't showed up or anything, and just so happens that he's kissing his girlfriend. And his parole officer's watching the big Jumbotron and sees this guy, and you go over and they picked up the cops and they arrested him right at the game.
Damn!
What a maniac!
Sorry, we didn't know the story. Billy did. Here is Scott. Scott, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Billy heard it from his parole officer. Go ahead, buddy.
TiVo is watching us.
Okay.
TiVo is going to start selling our information, what we're watching on TiVo.
Who are they going to sell it to?
Anybody that wants it, I guess.
But are they going to be able to do it to each individual thing?
They changed their privacy policy that they could actually go ahead and sell what we're watching to basically whoever wants to purchase it.
How can they violate the privacy policy? That's part of your policy when you get to TiVo.
Changing it.
Well, what about the people that already signed up for TiVo to begin with?
With that policy.
And probably downstream, once you probably have to sign something.
I never heard this story.
Me neither.
Well, it's just like the internet, like, you know how they'll watch you where you're going and then they'll send you emails based on where you're going and stuff like that. And I think that's pretty much what the whole issue is.
Yeah, but TiVo has a thing. They explicitly say they're not going to give anyone the information of what you watch with your TiVo.
You know, today, actually, somebody called my house looking for Ron, said that they were a friend of mine, but what they were really doing was trying to sell a phone card. Now, if that isn't weird enough, they're also from my bank.
Nice.
Chase Manhattan has said, and then it's tied in with them. So someone calls up and doesn't ask for, Ronald Bennington. Hey, is Ron there? My chick says, who's this? I'm a friend of his. And what's your name? Oh, it's Leon. Leon, where does he know you from? And the whole thing gets into this gimmick where he really is coming from this, but he acts like he's my old buddy just to get me on the phone.
It's so insane. I've just been hanging up on the people. I've been getting a rash lately. It's really been bad, like in the past couple of days all of a sudden.
I guarantee you it's coming from your credit cards. That's who lines it up. And your own bank. And these are people that you feel like you have somewhat of an adult relationship with.
You're nice enough to do business with them.
It's not like, yeah. And you know what? Maybe that's what we should start calling them up and go, listen, if you do not take me off your little list here, I'm just going to change credit card companies. Maybe that's the only way to deal with them.
And it's so obvious, too, because there's that huge pause anymore. I don't know what the phone solicitors are using, but there's that giant pause before they actually say hello. And they sound like they've dialed a wrong number. They're so obvious, the telemarketers.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Giving out more prizes. Give us a call at 866-277-4969. 866-277-4969.
It's the Ron and Fez Show.